Have you ever sat quietly by the window on a peaceful morning, holding a warm cup of tea, watching sunlight weave through the old branches in your yard, and suddenly thought, I've lived through so many years, so many ups and downs, yet my heart still feels incomplete? Perhaps your body isn't tired, it's your heart, burdened by what it hasn't been able to let go. When we reach our 60s, 70s, or beyond, society often assumes we are complete in knowledge, wisdom, and experience. But here's something not often said. True peace doesn't come from what you add to your life. It comes from what you're brave enough to release. So if you still feel heavy with memories unresolved, regrets that linger, expectations unmet, this may be a message for you. Not to change everything overnight, but to begin a journey toward living lighter, deeper, and freer, starting from within. We've grown accustomed to doing more, learning more, meeting more people, working harder, pushing ourselves to live fully. But have you ever asked yourself, what might change if you tried living with less? Less pressure, less guilt, less resentment. In this reflection, I want to walk you through 8 seemingly small things that may be quietly draining your joy. And perhaps by letting go of even one of them, you'll find that life has never been late, and you've never run out of chances to live more meaningfully. First, let go of the belief that you have nothing left to learn. Age is not a limit to curiosity. On the contrary, curiosity is what keeps your mind young. When you believe, I already know everything I need, you don't just close the door to learning, you close a piece of your vitality. Those who keep their hearts open, whether at 70 or 90, still find something new each day. A new recipe, a musical genre they've never heard, a story from a young neighbor. Margie, an 84-year-old woman from Ohio, started learning how to use a smartphone so she could FaceTime her granddaughter in Japan. At first I was scared, she laughed, but now I send pictures, video call her, and it's like I'm right there. Curiosity is a fire that never goes out, as long as you're willing to keep it burning. Second, let go of relationships that drain your energy. In our younger years, we often tolerate hurt just to maintain a relationship. But at this stage of life, you no longer have to. You've been through enough storms to know peace is more precious than politeness. If someone, whether a relative, old friend, or even your own child, makes you feel small, guilty, or not good enough, it's time to step back. Samuel 76:6 once said, "It took me 40 years to realize that no one has the power to make me miserable, unless I let them." Choose to be with those who make you feel lighter. Anyone who doesn't, gently invite them out of your heart. Third, clean out your outer world and your inner world too. A room filled with old items is no different from a heart full of unhealed memories. You can't breathe deeply in a cluttered space. Spend a morning opening that drawer you've ignored for years and ask yourself, do I really need this now? If the answer is no, release it. At the same time, do the same with your inner world. The memories you clutch, the blame you carry, the sadness you've hidden. If left unspoken, they will quietly consume you. Each item you let go of brings light into the room. Each feeling you acknowledge is medicine for your heart. Fourth, stop fearing aging. Welcome it as an old friend. Aging is not an ending. It's a new chapter, quieter, deeper, more complete. Every wrinkle is a life story recorded. Every slower step is the result of countless journeys taken. There may be things you can't do like you used to, but there are things you can only do now. Sit longer, observe deeper, feel with your whole heart. Maria, 89, writes poetry every morning from her porch. When I was younger, I wasn't patient enough to listen to myself, she said. Now I hear my inner voice every day. Fifth, stop waiting for someone else to bring you happiness. Your children are busy, your spouse may be gone, friends grow distant, but happiness doesn't depend on anyone else. You can create moments of joy on your own, from things as simple as watering plants, cooking your favorite meal, calling an old friend, or learning a new dance on YouTube. James, an 81-year-old Marine Corps veteran, took up salsa dancing because I want my body to feel joy again. He smiled brightly and said, I dance for me. That smile, like morning sunlight, reminds us you're never too old to feel joy. Sixth, stop comparing yourself to younger generations. You've lived a full life, long enough to understand that life isn't a race. Younger people have speed, you have depth, they have energy, you have perspective. Each generation has its place. You're not falling behind. You're standing in a higher place where you can see the whole picture more clearly than ever before. Don't let social media or TV convince you that your value has diminished. Youth is a season, but wisdom is a legacy. Seventh, forgive yourself. We easily forgive others but are harsh with ourselves. Maybe you made mistakes, maybe you missed opportunities, hurt someone, or took a wrong turn, but you also learned, you made amends, you grew, and you're still here, which means you didn't give up. Look at yourself with the same compassion you'd give someone you deeply love. Say to yourself, I did the best I could with what I had. Then walk forward with a heart that's just a little bit lighter. And finally, let go of the lie that it's too late. It is never too late to begin again. Not too late to love, to learn, to laugh, to become the person you were always meant to be. The world still has a place for you, not because you need to prove anything, but because you deserve to live fully, just as you are. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. Right now, in this very moment, you can begin again. Start with a small habit, a kind gesture, a forgotten dream. Pick it up, brush it off, and write the next chapter. Because you are never too old to live a new story. And that story might just be the best one yet. And if by now you're still wondering, is it really still possible for me? Then let me answer you. With all the sincerity of someone who's weathered many storms too. Yes, it is. You still have time to forgive. You still have time to love yourself again. You still have time to embrace someone you once drifted from. You still have time to change your way of living, not drastically, just meaningfully. You still have time to live in a way that feels like you. No more roles to play, just your true self. Eleanor, a 91-year-old woman from Iowa, has kept a daily journal since her husband passed away. On one faded page, she wrote, "Each day I live, not to try and be like others, but to feel lighter in my mind, softer in my heart." You too can begin that way, with one new thought, one gentle act, one smile in the mirror each morning. If you've spent your life giving to others, maybe the years ahead are for giving something back to yourself. Not selfishly, but lovingly. Lovingly enough to stop enduring what no longer serves you. Freedom isn't about running away. Freedom is knowing when to stop, to let go of what's become too heavy, and to choose a life that brings you peace. And if throughout this journey there's one word you want to carry with you each day, let it be freedom, because you deserve it. Right now, right here, without needing to earn it. And if anyone dares to say you're too late to live a happy life, smile gently and answer with your heart. I'm just getting started.